Yo guys, aja. Ngapa gitu sih Asif? Kita lanjut Archon quest. Kita edit info dulu. Tak percaya bila harus selalu ku nitip karbu. Itu kata 17.000 ya 7.800. Beda banget 81,16 anjing. Apa nih ini blocker sih? Ta 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 ta. Iya. Perasaan kemarin-kemarin nggak ngaruh dah, Yung. Main lo pas itu sama Yardan.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Pas ini. Aku jumpa dirinya suatu suasana. Buset.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from.
Ya Rujak.
Need me to come up with some for you?
Oke. Habis ngelesin dulu. Seperti biasa apa anjir? Pamit. Katanya dan dirinya. Kirain pamit. Apa pendukuran sebelum? Nice. Nice. Ah, bau. Ada bocil.
One, two. Should need to make a few more.
Jensen lagi bikin apa?
Some topical injury ointments. One of our tribesmen, the idiot, put way too much weight on the barbell for his squats.
Pas lagi
He
squat
lost
asik.
control and threw out his back. He's just lucky others reacted so fast. If they hadn't managed to rush in to stabilize the barbell.
Wah, ngeri kalau dibayangin.
I gave him a detailed, clear training plan and specifically warned him multiple times to have me spot him if he wanted to push himself with heavier weights. But no, the fool got all full of himself, had to try on his own, and refused to listen to everyone else. Now he's stuck with a busted back. Even
Busted
special
back?
ointments can't cure him overnight. What a pain. Now I'll have to go and give them another safety lecture in a few days.
Anekdot apa sih? Bener kan pamit? Oke rujak, thank you. Triple kill. Chain killer. Ingin aku menyapanya, nyapa dirinya.
Stabilize. Let me weave you a verse. Know my soul. Rain out. Here comes the test. Busted.
Bau, bau. Alhamdulillah.
I will have order.
I will have order.
Ring cutter. Huh?
Udah satu.
My soul. These are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Garam, 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 garam. Nice. Once again. Once more.
Gather.
Blade bear. Witness the power of the wild.
Ya, nggak kena yang kenanya.
Rain outlines your fate. Here comes the test. Quietly now.
Bau lagi. Gather as the Lord. Oke, udah ya. Nggak usah ngisi harian berarti.
Add Astra.
Add Astra Abyssals.
Add Astra. Thank you for completing.
Oke, langsung ke gua. Lanjutin quest. Waduh, mana? Namun apa yang kurasa? Terbuang ingus aja. Telur. Ruang waktu dan dirimu selesai. Lah, itu doang. Sang pelahap segala ya. Oh, no, anjir.
Huh. This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it.
Huh?
Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like,
Victory.
I'll be collecting
Siapa mau
my
bergabung,
paycheck
Mas?
now, boss. Oh,
Telur ayam emang telur
who
apa?
are you? Have we met?
Buat masak.
Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you.
Tahu.
So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Lah bener tahu.
Took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble.
Sayur tahu. Saya nggak tahu sayur tahu.
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the
Puncak
nearest
gunung.
mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender?
Lavender melon beku. Kurasa sih kedengeran ya.
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so what do you say? Friends?
I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Santan kara ya, santan kara. Katanya biar bening.
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave!
Kenapa Marcelino?
Whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some
Lah,
sleep, Traveler.
bukan gua kan? Habis itu nggak nge-lag kan?
Paimon.
Iya, ML-nya. Itu bisa Victor, nggak nge-lag berarti. ML-nya itu lagi abal servernya. Game analog nih. Baiknya aku turun saja katanya. Apa nih?
Quiet.
Anjay. Sambet nih guys.
Do you even remember how many of us perished
Oh,
in
dude.
that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest. Run, Skirk. Run. Only death awaits us here. Keep running.
Ada yang mau nambahin katanya kan?
Never look back.
Kalian cukur gak? Harus bercukur. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best.
Is the
That was
best.
so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed's all yours if you want it.
Kekuatanmu sudah pulih.
About 60%, maybe 70.
Whew! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short.
Mungkin karena Dori yang menusukmu.
No, I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime then.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
Skip 2 hari. Wih, terbang bro. Ini 2 hari sini, 2 bulan di sana. Ohio.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now?
Nggak tahu dah.
Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh wait! Breakfast! That's it! Paimon will go get breakfast! Skirk is gonna be
Makan.
starving when she wakes up. Be right back.
Iya, Paimon. Apaan tuh? Kamu lagi? Apa kamu yang membawa aku ke sini?
That's right.
Waduh.
This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams.
Soul and Dream.
This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then.
Akhirnya ngemeng juga.
Actually,
Lah,
it's
ada
the
rujak
first
lagi.
time
Kenapa rujak?
talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again too.
I can speak again.
Call it fate.
A fate?
That. I think that's the word they use in this world for lucky coincidences like this.
Benar.
Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. So, what's your impression of this place?
Sungai apa itu?
Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength.
Buatan
Strength
Skirk.
accumulates over time. It is the summation of a
Gila.
person's lived experience. So this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions, flowing forward as one. But as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who
Kita harus
she
bangun
was.
jembatan nih.
When all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. It cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self.
Crush.
And become master over your physical form.
Or your
This
physical
isn't
form.
my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories etched into her heart, lies the truth of it all. Soon, you'll understand everything.
Weh. Bang pohon. Tebak. Tunggu.
I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your
Oh, dia ada di
presence,
situ juga.
although she hesitated for a moment,
Kenapa?
seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as
Benar.
a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid all
You are my
contact.
friend.
The
Then I
reason for that
thank you.
decision stems from events much earlier on in her life. Let's keep going. It's still a long way to the source.
Sumber sungai masih jauh. Ada avatar Eng di atas sana. Kenceng banget, oi.
You now have what it takes to wield immense
Surta
power.
lagi, surta lagi.
From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed.
Master.
Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. And piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of the past. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes.
To ashes.
Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why do you do that?
I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampens over time. And the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
Whatever it costs.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at
Oh, that's
one
what to walk
point in
to.
time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a
Human,
or
almost.
even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor,
Abyssal armor.
he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his
first?
strength.
Let me take a selfie.
To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is terrifying.
Terrifying.
The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute. The power to crush
Huh?
all things.
Hah!
Shall we keep going?
Curang ya?
Let's see. We're about halfway there.
Salah ngitung kali mah. Dianya. Manusia. Ya, manusia kan. Kita bukan nabi, boy. Ya, ayolah ketinggalan, bro. Hah? Si bocil nih.
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless ploy.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day, you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today. We're nearly there. I almost don't
Halo,
want to
Opit.
reach the end.
Panggil om lagi gua.
Shall we? This is the final stretch.
The final stage. Abang kayak yoyo rambutnya sekarang. Di belah tengah gitu. Berhenti lagi.
These are Skirk's happiest memories.
Bahagia banget.
What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything.
Untuk
in
dia
golden
bergoyang.
light. And when song filled the air,
Kan kita harus baca story-nya, Opit.
flowers could resist swaying
Gak ada
along.
tombol skip tuh sini tuh, mana skip. Kalau Zenless ada kan?
This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child, always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea, the secrets beyond the stars, and that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning of the end. It was a spaceship.
Spaceship, boy.
The people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants.
Alien sini buat dagang katanya.
Looking to establish trade. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms. and let
Nggak
them
dibaca ya
know
story-nya.
everything in it. To them,
Bocah.
visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy
Asu ya
everything
datang-datang
and
ngancurin semuanya katanya.
everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate
Iya, yang
pain of the
dibakar
street.
semuanya.
But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her.
Oh, nggak di belah tengah lagi?
Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved,
friends and relatives.
Chat dulu dong Mama Sahrul
Lived next
sama like
shop owner.
live streamnya.
Bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning.
Bocil ngacin.
Their lives were discarded like
Main lagi ya nggak nge-lag tuh.
as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run.
Nah kan dari pagi nggak bisa.
She kept running until an unexpected figure
Ih, bisa
crossed her.
pagi kan pergi tadi. Biarin aja.
Sir Logi hadn't been there in that moment. The fire
Bang
would
Winda live
have
juga
burned
nggak
her
ada.
too. And there she would have remained, left to rot
Emang
on
apa?
scorched earth, with no answer as to why any of this
Bebas
was
live jam berapa mah. Jadi
because she and her people were seen as a threat.
ancaman.
As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called, and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet.
Hanya karena spekulasi.
Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. But in the end, that was lost to the blaze as well. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your
Sword.
hand.
And so,
Before death could claim her, she ran. She ran
And never
stopped.
jadi itu sebabnya dia takut terhadap ancaman serta logi.
No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, that brings us to the end of the story. This is as far as we can go. Skirk is waiting over there.
The Skirk kan?
Both of us. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose and my greatest wish over all these years.
All these years. Terbang lagi. Oh, iya bener ada Skirk kan? Halo Skirk. Cutscene guys. Oh enggak deh.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, to me.
Demi.
I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And he is the best choice in this moment.
Tunggu.
Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind.
Oh.
Stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything.
Bener.
Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us.
World around us.
Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
Gansen dari dulu gitu ya.
A brief
Diri
rest
sendiri mulu.
pressure you put on yourself.
Kalau A kan ada dua kepribadian. Ini duanya ada malah lo kayak dibekuin anjir.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world.
Inner world.
You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river,
Tercemar.
source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Makhluk lemah. Asik.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you.
Ih, hui. Gitu
Right,
dong.
wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we have
Mau
to
gimana
distance
cukurannya,
ourselves
Ma?
from pain through reason over emotion.
Kalau botak nanti selalu bercukur.
But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know
Kayak Jamet
you
boleh.
get that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills
Gimana?
you with guilt.
Cepmek.
And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope at least that you can let go.
Keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that
Bisa
fire
jadi,
all the
Upit.
time. I wouldn't have to go
Oke.
like this.
Oke, dibuat gitu ya. Setiap story.
Your dad and I.
Kalau nggak kepribadian ganda, tercemar ya kan.
We need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
Set. Jas, pecah.
I remember. There was a song Mom and
Eh,
Dad
nyanyi
sang
deh
when
abis
they
ini.
went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then
I'll bring it.
I will carry you with
I
me
will
until the
carry it.
end.
Thanks.
Arigato.
I should be thanking you.
I should be thinking it. Anjas cutscene. Gelap bener kan. Dingin guys. Ush. Dikit. Ush.
Heed my word.
Atta halilintar deh.
Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Anjas. Ush.
Hey,
Jadi Sumeru Dendro.
this doesn't have to be the end.
Masa kecilnya.
Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Don't let darkness climb it. Anjas, punya peliharaan. Wih, masuk. Wih, ngalir langsung semuanya. Ada jembatannya kan bener. Gokil. Bukan Archon yang nyupit. Story-nya dia. Story-nya Skirk. Dah. Anjas, ngalir semua tuh ya.
So, you saw my memories then?
Yes.
I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive.
Itu bukan kekuatan yang sebenarnya.
That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order.
Ush.
One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sirology,
Certainly.
is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order.
Kedengarannya ini tidak mudah.
Yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy.
As an enemy.
His decision to train me was not made out of kindness. He did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him.
Tapi dia bermaksud menghadapimu dalam pertempuran suatu hari nanti.
I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise.
As a
He's
promise.
no longer into that. But he
That?
sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've
Asik.
built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live
Kita lawan dia
in fear,
weekly ya.
just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready.
Jika dia menyerangmu suatu hari nanti,
Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
keluar. Pergi. Bangun, Cok.
Oh, you're finally awake.
You're finally awake.
Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like?
Sepertinya kekuatanmu sudah pulih kembali.
Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks. Let's dig in.
Let's begin.
All right. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
Akhirnya.
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So, let's go. Same place as last time.
Kasem. Balik ke tempat dekatnya semua. And now you know me. Now you can. It's how it never. We're just friends. What are you saying? Udah? Main lagi dah. My first love, my first love. Musik libur. Jatuh hati. Susah strange. Harus melawan guru killer. Walaupun udah dikasih ilmu ya. Wah, berat nih. Wah, surtologi bener.
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that too?
Orang itu adalah guru Skirk.
Really?
Really?
You're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl?
Bisa lah, Bang.
How does that work?
It's a subconscious instinct. The intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power.
Ultimate
We know
power.
the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume.
Oh, bukan guru aslinya ya.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're
Ya,
done.
nopal nggak ikut
Let's
itu.
teach this guy a lesson.
Ini pakai apaan nih partinya? Gelap anjing. Apa guys kayak? Oh, salah gue ya.
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Salah pencet lagi gue asu. Oh, pakai Hater. Ah!
Bombs away!
Mine to wield.
Cutscene lagi. Anjas. Gila kayak solo leveling.
Had enough
Anjas.
of my power.
Balikin. Oke. Bukan sword dia.
Well then, let's see how much more of this power.
Ditusuk
we can
dengan dibalikin kan. Keluar semua tuh kekuatan. Hancur bro. Anjas. Set. Oke. Akhirnya kita menamatkan. Lah, bapak ini.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power. Such keen battle instincts. So, you must be...
Skirk.
Skirk.
Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been?
How long has it?
How long has he been away from Tevat?
Tevat.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds. Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should
Oh.
introduce myself. I am Scoff.
Berubah gitu ya.
A friend of
Kayak
the
Raiden.
master and one of his followers.
Skof nunger.
This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed.
Abang kayak bapak-bapak
I
bahaya.
knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head.
Zaman dahulu kala.
The story starts a long,
Ada bintangnya sih.
long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a
Kena
child,
penyakit.
and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die.
To die.
Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master,
Sertology. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether."
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day, and we can spar like we used to.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight for their own survival.
Wise indeed.
Wise indeed.
If you grow weary of the pain of immortality and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither
Cari
away,
saja muridku.
seek out my disciple.
Asu.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh,
Okay.
and so
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that?
because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. So I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I
Minta maaf.
But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Oh.
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright, yet you were able to read them from my blade.
My blade.
Like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal: to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Mati lo.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sertologi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though I know it'll be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues. At least, it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what
Huh?
it takes. And you,
Enggak.
Skirk, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over.
Wis, dapet, Ces.
At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
Enggak. Pergi.
We did it! Ah, it's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome.
Aku bahkan tidak keluar keringat.
Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned.
Di bangku belakang katanya mah.
Are they back now?
Sebelah kanan dipindahin.
The power Skofnungur stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings.
Memang indah, aku juga setuju.
Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow, until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves, and uncover our true strength.
Our
Though we
true
gaze upon a
strength.
false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, it's that the traveler always finds a way. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, he always finds a way to make it better.
Yang bener, Paimon.
If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then three. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true.
Tuh, nggak ada yang mustahil, guys.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it.
Kapan kita bertemu lagi?
I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely.
Current plan.
Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger.
Tentu saja.
Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to put it to use.
Set. Doctor Strange.
Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wanmin restaurant,
Gantian.
it's about time you return the favor.
Bintang dan malam yang berbisik selesai. Nice, fragmen cermin. Mana, Cok? Oh, buat serangnya teleport. Darkes.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthic.
Apa nih? Oh, Nectut bisa itu ya. Pertempuran, formasi, dan spekulasi, gas. Jangan aneh-aneh. Kita event ya. Really love you, never leave you. Bel. Ngereng bel. Nope. Solo rank takut guys. Berani tuh itu gua. Pakai Lancelot malah. Oh, suruh kami jadi tukang icip buah. terdapat Pyrofungus soalnya bisa meluncur. Emosi perkembangan. Oke deh, Paimon si paling bijaksana memang perlu banget pengalaman akademis. Apa niche? Penelitian buah dan suplemen. Kalian stage-nya makan. Objek di ladang peralatan taktik. Let's go. Gimana sih maksudnya? Eh? Oh gitu. Oh, salah guys, kita coba lagi ya. Asu gitu caranya. Yes. Peralatan petik apa sih? Ada apa nih? Oh, bisa gituin Apple TV juga. No. Apa itu orang yang katanya? Hihihihi. Naungan mewah beraroma. Guys. Terus itu whistle TV dulu nih. Dimakan anjing. Kabur kemana lo? Makan ya. Sositep. Oh, sulit nih. Lah, gagal langsung. Bajing. Akhirnya, bro. Mas dulu yang jernih. Habis bajing. Last case berkat berlimpah. Nice. Keluar. Hutan hujan Sumeru. Iya. Yeah. Belum, masih live. Meledak. Iya, iya. I know you love me. Now you care. Event apa ini? Ah, ah. Itu banget. Bisa double, bro. Lanjut. Oh, kemudian apa trennya? Lanjut. Terus semua dimasukin ya. Oh, 4 doang. Mati anjir. Lanjut. Jarak dekat, jarak dekat. Butuh api, bro. Nice ya. Apa? Tuh. Nggak ada yang nyerang dong. Oh, dia bisa cabut. Oke guys, udah mau 2 jam. Udahan dulu nih.
Would you care? If you ever had.
Kita baca Skirk ya.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Oh, masih.
Share memory.
Oke guys, kita udahan dulu. Thank you yang buat nonton, chat, like, dan lain, terutama Rujak sama Upit. See you next time.